I picked up, those words hit me hard, like a 1-2 punch. So I went home to face a storm, and the thought of you keeps me warm. But up in the distance, even in the dead of night, if we can make it to the morning, we can get things right. It's been a tough go lately. I hate choosing sides. What we do in the darkness, yeah. What we do in the darkness comes to light. When everything went wrong, you're keeping my head on. And it's the things that hurt today will begin to fade away. Words keep dropping, they keep spinning from my hands on a paper. Now I'm in Virginia, it's 3 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. And just a little bit of faith is what I want, it's what I need in my institutions. So I wait so patiently. When it happens, over and over, can we hear it? Yeah, let's hear it. For the whistleblower. Wait, won't you look around you? While you look beside you now, figure out the score. Now read, skim down the front page, and you'll see my given name presenting yours. Just a little bit of faith is what I want, it's what I need in my institution. So I wait so patiently. What I need in my institutions, and so I wait so patiently. But when it happens, over and over, then can we hear it? Yeah, let's hear it. For the whistleblower. 2, 3, 4. Beating the drum all night, dancing naked around a fire, leaving trouble behind, swimming in the water. We found the tent with the flashlight, we were looking for a hideout. And when you're praying for no strings, Sometimes you get tied down, and I never thought that this would happen. And you got all weird after the weekend. Sometimes you make out with an old friend, and I ran it first and I'm sliding in a second. She could never hold her tongue much, and when I bit her lip hard, expecting some review like 2 out of 5 stars, but in a moment she revealed that she was no different. We were just kids, nervous breathing. Yeah, show me some forgiveness. Here we go. And I never thought that this would happen. After the weekend, sometimes you make out with an old friend, and I ran it first and I'm sliding in a second. And if you don't know, then I don't know how these things go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Birkenstocks, what will they say about us? At the hour of the evening, I promise the night will carry on without us. But if we have to play one card and say we both blacked out, my friends seem to trust this, they believe this silly kind of copper. Help me now. And I never thought that this would happen. After the weekend, sometimes you make out with an old friend. Sometimes, and I ran it first and I'm sliding in a second. If you don't know, then I don't know how these things go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, la, 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 ooh, la, la, la. This would happen, and you got all weird after the weekend. Oh, sometimes you make out with an old friend. Sometimes, yeah.
The 1989-90 Daytime Emmy Award for Beetlejuice. This is going across the country on the radio. So we're gonna have to focus really hard. We can't jump around like monkeys like we normally do. But thank you very much for coming. That's very nice. So you guys all buy the record today? Or I think they're giving you one for free here. Is that what they're doing? Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's not actually. That's very Rosie O'Donnell of me. Check under your chairs. Everybody is getting that in a new car.
But up in the distance, even in the dead of night, we can make it to the morning. We can get things right. It's been a tough go lately. I hate choosing sides. What we do in the darkness. Alright, we're good.
We are live in Edge Studio 8 at Chorus Key. It is up close and personal with the Arkells. We're going to spend the next hour celebrating High Noon, their latest record, which came out just today everywhere. If you've got a question for the guys, get in touch with us via Twitter, hashtag Arkells up close. They're going to play a bunch of tunes. We're going to chat a whole bunch. Kicking things off. Why not? It's the Arkells.
Second there, I felt peace and calm. The underpass will keep us from harm, and the wipers move like some waving arms. We were flashing headlights and coming cars. But up in the distance, even in the dead of night, if we can make it to the morning, we can get things right. It's been a tough go lately. I hate choosing sides, but what we do in the darkness will come to light, alright. Come to light, alright. Ooh, and in times of fear, you shelter me and you hold me close so tenderly, and with my headphones on as I fall asleep, you're my barricade from intruding dreams. But up in the distance, even in the dead night, if we can make it to the morning, we can get things right. It's been a tough go lately. I hate choosing sides of what we do in the darkness. Will come to light, alright. It'll come to light, alright. Yeah! It'll come to light, alright. Silence fell when I picked up, the words hit me hard like a 1-2 punch. So I went home to face the storm, and the thought of you, it keeps me warm. But up in the distance, even in the dead of night, if we can make it to the morning, we can get things right. It's been a tough go lately. I hate choosing sides of what we do in the darkness. Yeah! What we do in the darkness comes to light. When everything went wrong, you're keeping my head on. And in time, the things that hurt today will begin to fade away.
Up close and personal with the Arkells. Hashtag Arkells up close if you've got a question for the guys. Come to Light, first single from the newly released High Noon. I would say song of the summer. Would anyone here agree with that? Yeah? They made the two videos, the one with the lyrics and then the regular one. Are you doing the lyric videos? Or is that just overzealous fans?
Yeah, no, that's Mike D, our very own Mike DeAngelis. He does all the artwork and our merch and anything that has to do with the look of the band. Mike is responsible for. And if Mike is bored at home, he spends a lot of time on Kijiji buying stuff he shouldn't be buying. So I just give him assignments basically. So that's how we have a lot of lyric videos right now.
They're great. It's a great way to learn the words, that's for sure. Do you still get excited when you hear a new song with the Arkells on the radio? Get pumped up still?
Oh yeah, big time. I was in the car with my girlfriend yesterday, and we heard on the radio, and we were in the middle of a conversation. I was like, can you just shut up for a second? So yeah, that would do.
That's awesome. You hit us with another one?
Yeah. This is 11:11.
Arkells, up close and personal.
You were all done up. It wasn't for me. You were up at the front to tapping your feet. I was back at the bar. You had your eyes on the stage. You had nicks on your head to tell them your age. Didn't put my money on it, but I was hoping that you would be here if I was something that you ever wanted. I'm all ears, I'm all ears. You made a wish at 11:11. I held your hips at 12:34. There was a kiss just waiting to happen. A cab was calling outside the door. Something more. I said if you go home and get on the phone and tell your girlfriends about me, I'll go home and sleep on my own and dream of a girl named Lonnie. I couldn't hold a candle to you, but you were glowing in the dark. I was nervous just standing with you. You were glowing in the dark, yes you were. You made a wish at 11:11. I held your hips at 12:34. There was a kiss just waiting to happen. A cab was calling outside the door. I knew from the beginning. You from the beginning, yeah. And you weren't even trying. Your dirty blonde head had me going wild. You were a little bit shy then. There's no denying something so true. You made a wish at 11:11. I held your hips at 12:34. There was a kiss just waiting to happen. A cab was calling outside the door. I knew from the beginning. You from the beginning. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Up close and personal with the Arkells live at Studio 8 at Chorus Key. So 3 years since Michigan left, As a 5-piece band, how do you guys decide that it's time to make a new record? Like the Leafs now make the playoffs, and you're like, we might as well make a record.
Yeah, we have a lot of time on our hands if that was the case. We have one more. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got to tour the world and see a lot of places on Michigan Left, and yeah, we just had a lot of material that was sort of bubbling. So by the time we had a little break from all the touring, we said, let's get right back to work and write some new songs.
Sounds good to me. And you called it High Noon. Where does that name come from?
We argued about it for probably a good 3 months between the band, and
Were there other options? What were the other ones?
oh God, what were the other ones? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we did it for a couple of reasons. We rehearsed in most rehearsal spaces. If you've ever been to one, like in Toronto, they're like really depressing. They stink like dude sweat. A combination of dude sweat, beer, weed, and heavy metal. Heavy metal actually has a smell to it as well. And so we wanted to avoid being in a place like that. So we got this really cool. We're in this old building in Hamilton, and they had big windows. Yeah. And,
Hamilton, Ontario.
Yeah. And we like to tell people we went in every day from 9 to 5, like a proper job. It was more like 11 to 3 with a proper lunch. But yeah, we got to rehearse with the sunlight. The room kind of sounded terrible because windows aren't good for sound, but we were having a good time just because we got some of that vitamin D. That's vitamin D, right? The sun?
Dude.
Okay, usually I screw that one up.
When they put microphones in front of you for a living, you don't worry about vitamins and stuff. That's just all there's to it.
Yeah, so and the other so a lot of songs were written at High Noon. High Noon also has sort of like a confrontational tone to it, and we thought a lot of the songs were like reckoning with things that we really care about, but there's a little clarity now, I think, and I think all the songs like have a hopefulness to it. So sometimes you gotta kind of get to the heart of the matter, and then you can kind of get on over to the other side. So, and actually the last part is that my grandpa was an actor and was in a Western in the 40s.
The movie High Noon.
Well, it wasn't in High Noon, but he was in another famous one
one
starring Roy Rogers, who was like a famous cowboy of that era. So there's a number of reasons why we liked it.
I think we like it too. Do we not? I think we would also like to hear another song from it.
What are we playing? Leather Jacket? What's on the dock?
That's what it says over here. Sure.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
We're doing it.
Up Close and Personal with the Arkells continues.
Hundreds of stories before I showed up, and they tell them to me, pull photos up, and they're all connected like a pair of handcuffs. No one seemed affected, and everyone had woo. But there was a softness, some kind of understanding. Those three indecisions, always shaking landings, and no one ever knew what could be demanded. Maybe it was the cards that she was handed. You call me up from a payphone. I said, hang tight, I can drive you home. You put on up, and with a southern accent, I offered you my dad's leather jacket. I met her at a party, she come straight from work. Complained that the regulars were all a bunch of jerks. She always looked tired, she dazzled as a drunk. She even pulled off the stupid haircut. She said, I don't need a sponsor or the best lover, some man that sees me as some fixer-upper. The last few years I've been running for cover, trying to sleep so I can visit my mother. You call me up from a payphone. I said, hang tight, I can drive you home. I pulled on up, and with a southern accent, I offered you my dad's leather jacket. When times were tough in the worst years, we never knew how to interfere. And now you're back and just unpacking those bruised up takers you keep attracting. It's in timber when it goes off like some goddamn the child conversations, she just stares off. There's no longer a voice calling when she goes out, singing, I'll be up waiting for you. You call me up from a payphone. I said, hang tight, I can drive you home. I pulled on up and with the southern accent, I offered you my dad's leather jacket. When times were tough, in the worst years, we never knew how to interfere. And now you're back and just unpacking those bruised up takers. You keep attracting. You call me up from a payphone. 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 And I said, who the fuck uses a payphone?
Up close and personal with the Arkells. That's Leather Jacket from the new record, High Noon, which is out now. We'll get more from the guys, talk to them more, get some more tunes coming up next. I assume we're at commercial now. I assume. But we're still on the website. Does anybody, you guys don't mind? Has anybody got a question? Feel free to just yell it out. I may repeat it, though, so.
Hey guys, long-time listener, first-time questioner.
Oh, this guy came with bits.
Set up for after.
Are you Anthony's cousin?
I'm like his half-brother, kind of. It's an unstable relationship we have. My one question, what was the first song that you guys wrote that you said to yourself, this is going to be a hit?
Like on this record?
Just in general.
Oh, well, we never expected, like, the first record to do anything. Like, I don't think, well, I mean, I think most people who write songs or in bands kind of go back and forth between two extremes. You either know you're gonna be bigger than U2, or that it'll never work out for you. But there's little so there are some days where we're like, oh, the boss is coming. That's a no-brainer. But most of the time we're like, we gotta look for jobs.
They don't pay you for nothing.
Anybody else? Right there.
Oh, nice. Connection. That's right. Oh.
For the people online who couldn't hear her.
Oh yeah. So what was our favorite memory of going to the McMaster? My favorite memory is we were walking home from probably like a kegger or something on a Friday night, and we didn't know exactly what the circumstance was, but we saw a kid across the street. We were walking down Sterling, and he was like in front of the Pita Pit, and this cop started to chase him like down the street, and the kid like clearly had done something wrong because he started running. So then Nick, who's a real believer in like social justice, he started chasing the cop to make sure that the cop wasn't going to do anything bad to the kid. And then the cop realized that he was being chased, and he said, "Hey, stop following me." and then Nick was like, "Well, I just want to see what's going on over here." And then the cop threatened him with pepper spray. And then at this point, Mike and I were across the street. We're like, "Hey, Nick, you gotta come over here. Just come back." Yeah, so we made it out alive. But I'm sure the kid was fine too. He probably just jumped a cab or something.
I've got time for one more. Anybody?
Oh. Well, I mean, it's.
How do you dial it back? Stay true to your roots.
How do you stay? Yeah, I mean, it's not like we came here on a private jet. So, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Tim took the streetcar over here. Yeah, and I'm on the Go bus like 3 times a week. But I mean, we're very lucky for the attention that the band's got. I've always said that there's a lot more talent than there is like opportunity, and we're just lucky enough that we've got a little spot in the music culture where people show up to see us play, and it's it's very much like a work in progress. It's like we tour a lot, and not all the shows are like the ones we get to have in Canada. We also have our friends back home who make fun of us all the time. Like most of the time we're at home, my drunken friends just make fun of the band. So that's how we stay humble.
So we're coming up in just like a minute or so here. So if you have any stand-up you want to work out, open room, feel free. No. What was the coolest thing you bought on Kijiji? Please say a wife. Please say a wife.
I don't know. I buy a lot of teak, like teak furniture. So.
This is why he needs assignments.
See, that's why like coolest is like to me it's like a sweet table made out of teak.
Fair enough.
Mike believes that it all holds its value, so it's actually just like a good investment.
Build your teak empire.
Yeah, my girlfriend always jokes that I should start a shop called Teak in Time because I like watches and teak. Nobody
nice.
steal that, all right?
That's the name of the next record, I think. How much is it there, Tara? 60.
Yeah, what do we got next on the agenda here?
According to this, everyone cover your ears, so it's a surprise.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's a classic.
We're going to play Under You. We're going to give you some music.
Ooh, all right. Little intro? Okay.
That's what you get.
As long as it's not the fat guy tuba, I'm good. That's cool.
I think I have that on here somewhere.
All right, so we're back with Up Close and Personal with the Arkells. High Noon is the record. If you got a question for the guys, hashtag Arkells Up Close. Last time I saw you guys played at the Ontario Science Center. Is that the strangest place you have played?
Yeah, there's a lot of like grade 3s sitting on the floor.
There were a lot of people running around.
Yeah. They all have cell phones in grade 3 now. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Who are these parents?
And as part of the set, not only you play the new one, you played some classics, but you played the doo-wop stuff.
Oh, yeah, we did a little Motown, actually.
A little Motown, that's right, Motown. Where did the idea of that, because I've seen you do it a couple times, like how did you guys start doing that?
Well, my dad went to university in Detroit at Wayne State University in downtown in the 60s, and he was a college DJ, and his DJ name was Hound Dog, and he had a big afro. And so growing up at my house, we had like Beatles records and Motown records was like the only things I listened to. So yeah, I was listening from a very early age.
That's awesome. Speaking of classic tunes, feel like regaling us with one?
Let's do it.
Up Close and Personal with the Arkells continues.
Keep dropping, they keep spinning from my hands on the paper. I'm in Virginia, it's 3 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. Just a little bit of faith is what I want, it's what I need in my institutions. So I wait so patiently, yeah. But when it happens, over and over, can we hear it? Yeah, let's hear it. For the whistleblower. Wait, won't you look around you? you look beside you now, you gotta figure out the score. I said, read, skim down the front page, and you'll see my given name presenting yours. Just a little bit of faith is what I want. It's what I need in my institutions. So I wait so patiently, yeah. But when it happens, over and over, can we hear it? Yeah, let's hear it. While the whistleblower. You can say it any way you wanna, you can frame it any way you can, but I can tell you I've read the fine print written by your city. You can say it any way you want, you can frame it any way you can, but what's behind your good intentions on your heart are hidden. Just a little bit of faith is what I want. It's what I need in my institution. So I wait so patiently, yeah. But when it happens, over and over, can we hear it? Let's hear it. For the whistleblower.
Arkells Up Close and Personal continues. Use the hashtag Arkells Up Close if you've got a question. I got to get to some of those. Mal asks, from Hamilton, even though this is originating from Toronto, we are across the country. She just wants to know if she can Noski wee wee.
Oh, yeah. Oski wee!
Yeah.
I think Mike is actually the biggest tie cats that we have. And actually, they've been playing at McMaster University. We're still figuring out this stadium debacle right now.
Yeah, but Tigers eat them raw. You know?
Everyone in Saskatoon hated that. So there you go. Amy asked via Instagram, what's the coolest band you guys have got to share the stage with? And she suggests possibly them Crooked Vultures. But
oh, yeah. Tim should answer this question. Come on, talk a little bit about Dave.
Dave, which one? Dave Monks? No.
of the Virginia Grolls, I believe.
Oh, wait, I got it. Yeah, Dave, them Crooked Vultures was the coolest experience. Apparently, they selected us to do this show, says our friends and team. Who knows? Anyway, they couldn't have been more like courteous, amazing people. Dave took so much time out of his day to hang out with us, as did all of them. I have an amazing photo of John Paul Jones and me and my friend Tom on my wall. It's pretty crazy.
And this was right around the Fresh Pots time. Remember when he used to scream Fresh? And he was literally walking around
literally doing
the
it in
ACC
catering.
screaming Fresh Pots. It was hilarious.
Let's get into some more tunes. Maybe another new one.
Yeah. I was a little afraid of Josh Homme, though, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, he's an
big
intimidating man. Yeah.
You don't
Large
get on
dude.
his bad side, you know.
But luckily, you're on his good side.
Yeah.
And on everybody else's good side, segue into new song.
Never thought this would happen. Here we go. I'm beating the drum all night, I'm dancing naked around a fire, leaving trouble behind, swimming in the water. We found the tent with the flashlight. We were looking for a hideout. When you're praying for no strings, sometimes you get tied down. Say now, and I never thought that this would happen. And you got out weird after the weekend. Sometimes you make out with an old friend. And I ran it first and I'm sliding in a second. Oh! She could never hold her tongue much when I beat her lip hard, expecting some review like 2 out of 5 stars. But in a moment she revealed
friend. We were just kids, nervous, grieving. Show me some forgiveness, please. And I never thought that this would happen. And you got out with after the weekend. Sometimes you make out with a girlfriend. Sometimes and I let it burst and I'm sliding in a second. And if you don't know, then I don't know how these things go. We got some Canadian summer dress code. You must adhere to it. Now in your woolly socks and Birkenstocks, what will they say about us? At the hour of the evening, rest assured the now will carry on without us. But if we have to play one card, say we both black out, and my friends seem to trust us, they believe this silly kind of cop-out. Here we go. Yeah, I never thought that this would happen. And you got out weird after the weekend. Sometimes you make out with a girlfriend. Sometimes you know, right at first and I'm sliding in a second. And if you don't know, then I don't know how these things go. Would happen. And you got out weird after the weekend. Sometimes you make out with a girlfriend. Sometimes and I ran at first and I'm sliding in a second. Things go.
Arkells up close and personal. Another new beauty from High Noon. Never thought this would happen. High Noon, you mentioned earlier that it's a sort of a confrontational title and a confrontational record. What do you see it that way?
A little bit, you know. We didn't want to beat around the bush, and there's some songs that, like, where I felt like we're sticking up for Hamilton a little bit and sticking up for people doing the right thing, and it's a thank you to a lot of people doing the right thing. Yeah, if you go through the record between Fake Money, Cynical Bastards, What Are You Holding On To, Systematic, they all sort of follow the theme of the sort of like personal politics there.
Dare I say you're not pulling punches? All right, whatever. I'm the worst. We'll go to commercials. We'll come right back with more from the Arkells up close and personal. Always best to go out on a groaner. That's the best. That's the move. Radio School 101. While we're at commercial, any questions right now? This guy went up first.
Oh, wow. Where's the wedding at?
Saw them play at a wedding once.
Where is it? Okay, what's the budget? Sorry? No, actually, you know what? I don't know what our calendar looks like in December. You never know. We've done some like odd. We've done a couple weddings actually. We played Ben from Billy Talent's wedding. We did like just a Motown set. We didn't play our own songs. You wouldn't want to hear that. But
our very own Josie Dye from right here.
Yeah,
the radio station.
Josie died when she got married to Joel. We've done 2 weddings before. We've also help weddings happen. Actually, we've been a part of 2 wedding proposals. I don't know if you guys have heard any of these stories. There's a couple good ones. We were playing actually at Mac. It was like a homecoming show, and someone reached out to us. We didn't know him, but he said, like, I want to propose to my girlfriend. Abigail's our song. Could I come on stage and do it? And I was like kind of into the idea, and the other guys were like, Max, what if she says no?
We immediately sent you all the YouTube videos, like, because there's like a crazy compilation of like fail versions. So
yeah. But then I called him, and he was like really excited that we like even got in touch. And I was like, but I had to think of a nice way of like asking the question, like, how confident are you? But this is kind of a hard thing to ask. So I was like, so like, you feeling pretty good about this one? Anyway, they're like happily married, so that one worked. And then in Winnipeg, same thing happened, and we were playing with the Hip, and they were coming to the show. We were opening for the Hip in the arena. Are we getting shown on time, Tara? 3 minutes. Okay, I got lots of time. So it was actually kind of cool. We found out where they were sitting, and they wanted to do it during the breakdown and on paper. By the way, Abigail and On Paper are both kind of depressing songs, and the fact that it's like it's our song is on paper. And so we found out where they're sitting, and then we got the lighting guy to like do a spotlight, so the whole arena was dark, and he got down on a knee, and she said yes. So we're 2 for 2. So good.
Don't push your luck. One more?
We'll figure it out.
Max making the call.
Sorry, I just want to know how the Hamilton Tiger Cat song came about. Who contacted who?
Yeah, the Tie Cats. How did it happen?
But Tie Cats in Toronto territory.
Yeah. You know, fuck the fucking Arkells. But we've known a few people at the team just from like the neighborhood basically, and they asked, and I have like a rule that if it's within like 10 blocks of my house, I'll do it basically. So yeah, they asked us, and we never like had a writing assignment like that, where it was like we had to kind of write on a subject, but it kind of came pretty like quickly. We kind of wanted to like channel like a little Rolling Stones, like Start Me Up kind of vibe. And the imagery that like going to a game has, like there's so much you can take from it. It's like such a good time. So we got to go back to the show. But yeah, if you just ask, usually I'll be like, okay, yeah.
So you should move your wedding to a 10-block radius. Then it'd be good to go. We got one more chair. Yeah, one right there.
There's a lot of nice spots. I mean, I like James Street North on an art crawl night's great. Mike likes going down to Detour in Dundas.
yeah, that's my brunch spot. It's really good. I think we're gonna get some coffee from them.
Actually, yeah,
That's a good time. That's a good segue.
Good surprise. We Detour, which is like a local roaster, because every band is doing like a specialty beer.
And we did one. It was a good time.
And we did one, and it's cool. But we want our own coffee beans. So check it out. Surprise! It's a secret right now. Come to Light Roast. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So coming to a store near you.
Yeah.
Good to go out on a groaner once again. All right. He's learning. What are you saying over there, Tara?
Do we have time for one more? Or keep going? There's like 45 seconds. Quick question. Who's got a quick one? What was the first song from the new album you wrote? Shit. It might have been crawling through the window, Come to Light. Actually, I think I even remember Come to Light banging on some piano chords at the bathhouse, like when we were recording Michigan Left. I think those two, and 1111 was an early one too. I think those three were the earliest. Systematic was the last one, and it's the last one on the record too. Does my hair look like a flock of seagulls music video right now? These humid days, I just can't. I don't know what to do. It's a nightmare. I didn't choose it to look like. Actually, I was walking down the street in Hamilton, and they're like.
We're up close and personal with the Arkells. Use the hashtag Arkells up close. Oh man, this has been too much fun. The new record is High Noon. It's out today. I did some orchestral shows in Hamilton. Did a orchestral show?
Yeah, we did a show with a 40-piece orchestra in a room that was like this size. Yeah, so it was really like a fun little project. The Boris Brott National Academy Orchestra is made up of like young, like real musicians. Not us, we're monkeys. They are like trained musicians that have all graduated university, and they do a summer concert series. And we asked if we could do like a punk rock show, but with an orchestra. So we did 4 sets, 30 minutes long each set, and we surprised everybody on the day of announcing the show. It was just off James Street North in Hamilton.
Very cool. Another cool Arkells show. And one thing, when I was going through the liner notes of the record, you say, quote, "We're thanking everyone who listens of their own free will."
Yeah. Well, because, yeah, that's another big discussion. Because there's a lot of people we should be thanking on the record. So there's, actually, can you give that to me? I just want to see, because I don't want to screw
Don't
it
show
up.
everyone my questions on the back.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, there you go.
So basically, I have to pull up the thing. Okay. So, yeah, because you know when, like, I remember my first experience with liner note thank yous was like a Backstreet Boys CD in the late 90s. And each one of them had their own thank yous, like Howie had his thank you, AJ had his thank you. And we're like, this is just ridiculous. We can't do that. And there's so many nice people to thank. So instead, we wrote, "To our loving friends and family, thank you. You're number one, and the music wouldn't mean much if we didn't have you in our corner. Guest list for life. To the many lovely faces of the music biz that have helped us along the way, we're in your debt. We're lucky to have met so many nice, hardworking folks. And to the people listening on their own free will, which is you guys, aren't we lucky? We'll keep doing our best. See you at the show," which is from the bottom of our hearts. We mean that.
And I think that's a perfect segue into one more tune to wrap us up. Up close and personal with the Arkells. Thanks again, boys. Thanks everyone for listening.
Do we have to do an old one, or can we do another new one?
You can do whatever the hell you want.
Let's do Cynical Bastards. Let's go.
All right. Another new one, up close and personal with the Arkells.
If you want me to boil it down, oh, you cynical bastards, get out of town. If you want me to boil it down, oh, you cynical bastards, move a little faster. If you want me to boil it down, oh, you cynical bastards, get out of town. If you want me to boil it down, oh, you cynical bastards, move a little faster. It's a hell of a scene. Jackson Square dropouts avoiding police. The 80s were tough, the 90s were mean. I was left with the desperate, well, these fast cash machines. And that easy money never helped anything. And that kind of juice, man, it ain't worth the squeeze. Month by month, I've been changing the breeze. So stop moving on, make your own history. What? Now if you want me to boil it down, you cynical bastards, get out of town now. If you want me to boil it down, oh, you cynical bastards, move a little faster. Some people can't shake the weight of the past. Some people's hearts remaining half-mast. It's downtown where it all intersects. Some came from the from the west, not every suit lies right through the teeth. There's good and there's bad and there's so in between. As I wait for the bus, I'm coming from the east. Generations of pride and yeah, elbow grease. Now if you want me to boil it down, oh, you cynical bastards, get out of town now. If you want me to boil it down, oh, you cynical bastards, move a little faster. Much. It's a bit of a circus, it's a little bit rough. I heard this place was run by the mob, buying everyone off down at City Hall and those Oakville moms, they stick up their nose. Those Burlington dads keeping their daughters at home. If you're the kind with nothing to say, you heard about this party, you're praying for Ryan, break it down. Now if you want me to boil it down, oh, you move a little faster. If you want me to burn it down, all you cynical bastards, get out of town now. If you want me to burn it down, all you cynical bastards, move a little faster, move a little faster, move a little faster, move a little faster, move a little faster.
The Arkells up close and personal. That does it. Thank you very much to the guys. Thank you to everybody coming. Thanks for everyone to listening, watching. High Noon is out now. It's a record not only worth your money, but more importantly, your time. So check it out. Thank you again to the guys. We'll see you soon.